Happy to have you with us for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson alongside Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. On the sidelines, Allie LaForce. And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for Naz Reid.
And he's been trending downward in terms of his average points per game. And a number of reasons can lead to this. But he needs to figure out how to get back on track.
So a look at our starters for Orlando. Wagner and Carter Jr. make up the front court. Then it's Desmond Bane, and it's Kane in at the point. And for the Timberwolves, Edwards is the 2, McDaniels the 3. Randall and Gobert are in the middle, and it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard position. Two elite centers from tip-off to the final buzzer, Grant. We should have a battle on our hands tonight.
Oh, yes, indeed, B.A. And, you know, in games like this, it's important to give space for your big guys to compete. The last thing you want is to overcrowd the paint and end up taking an elbow.
Rebounded by Kane.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Here's Champ. With nobody on him, he buries that jumper.
Yeah, I love the unselfishness from Bane. Very willing to give the ball up.
Pass to Gobert. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Here's McDaniels. Misses from short range.
That's going up against a defense that knows your tendencies.
Wagner for 3. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. And here's McDaniels. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Great D that time from Bane.
3 misses in a row. Still looking for their first bucket.
An area of the floor where Jaden McDaniels really excels. Defense.
Yeah, he's a strong perimeter defender. He's got great length, good anticipation, and he's competitive. I mean, those are the things that allow him to shut guys down on occasion. Just a real solid understanding of how to exploit the defense. Carter Jr. impressive at positioning himself in these situations.
Now here's DiVincenzo coming in off 12 points in his last outing. Minnesota again missing.
Not an ideal start for them. Still looking for their first field goal after 4 misses.
Carter, a screen on Edwards. And Orlando again with the bucket.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Randall. In his last outing, 16 points for him.
I mean, just a tough start. Missing their first 5 shots.
Pass to Carter. Here's Kane. The 3 from Bane. And he buries his first look.
And adding to this lead right now. Riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. Carter, he's checked in for Orlando. And here's a look at the top shooters last season. No wasted chances among this group. In the third spot, Rudy Gobert.
So consistent from the floor. He shot it at a great clip last season.
DiVincenzo finds Edwards. Now here's Gobert. Outside, DiVincenzo. And here's Edwards outside. The shot off that time. Here's Orlando. Right now on a 9-0 run. All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Well, a new ownership group taking over for the Timberwolves. There remains a commitment to continuity on the basketball side. And while creating a replacement for the league's second oldest arena is a priority, they've made it clear their commitment is to remain in Minnesota.
You'd love to hear it. All right, Shams, thank you for the report. And Minnesota with possession here. After the basket by Orlando. Clock at 2, and the basket by Gobert.
This is Gobert's comfort zone, using his size to capitalize down there.
Outside Bane. We've got 1:13 left to play in the first. Champ can't hit.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Out to DiVincenzo. Picked by Gobert. Lets it fly. Orlando with the rebound.
Operating from mid-range, that's a shot he likes. I mean, I'm sure he'd love to have that one back.
Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. Shoots from 12, and it's Randall that time on the assist by McDaniels.
Randall doesn't necessarily have to get to the bucket to be effective. He can just face you up from mid-range and do damage.
Pass to Carter. Outside Carter. Here's Champ. Fires for 3. And he finishes. That makes him 4 out of 5.
I just love the ball move.
Outside Edwards. Right side McDaniels. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Wagner for 3. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. The first quarter concludes, and a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. Orlando ahead, up by 10. Stay with us now as we get set. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And for the Magic guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Great offensive energy in that period. They're clearly on a mission.
Yeah, I agree. That was a flawless offensive performance so far. I mean, the shots have been falling. They're making good decisions. That's a nice recipe there.
Randall at power forward with Reed at center. Ayo Dosunmu out there with Bones Highland. And it's Clark in at the small forward. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Wagner, the pass to Banchero. 6 to shoot. Three-pointer. And Wagner hits from deep.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Timberwolves trail by 13. Well, when you need a bucket late in games, Franz Wagner seems to be your guy, Clark.
Yeah, he's made a name for himself as a fourth-quarter producer. I mean, time and time again, Wagner has made a big play at both ends of the floor to help his team late, and that's how you become a clutch performer.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thank you, B.A. The Magic building up a roster of players who D up. Coach Jamal Mosley said, your culture is the type of guys you bring in, the type of people you have around. If you're a defensive team, then you probably have defensive guys. You can't be that and have all shooters that don't defend. Back over to you guys.
Yeah, they've got the personnel. Thanks a lot, Allie. And he gets the bucket. Randall's got his second basket of the game.
Boy, he's a wrecking ball on offense. Randall, so good at finishing inside.
And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Kane's checked in for Carter. And it's time to give you a look at the top three-point shooting teams from a year ago. The fourth spot held by Minnesota.
I guess time will tell if they can repeat that level of success from a year ago when they were one of the best long-distance shooting teams in the league.
Wagner looking it over. Banchero outside. Back to Wagner. Here's Kane. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Three-pointer, no good. Dosunmu up top. Kicks it out to Clark. Pass to Randall. From outside the arc. Hits the trifecta.
Yeah, you know, he's evolving his offense over time, Julius Randle, and I think the coaching staff is happy to see it. They like to see him take and make these shots.
Now here's Wagner. Inside. Here's Banchero. Off target with a close-range fadeaway. Randall finds Highland. Here's Clark. Dosunmu outside. Here's Randall. It's rebounded by Banchero. And so it's Banchero who brings it up for the Orlando Magic. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game.
He will muscle his way down the lane. Watch out when Banchero comes tumbling by.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. And the Timberwolves will go for a different look here. Rudy Gobert's checked in for Reed. Jaden McDaniels comes in for Clark. Anthony Edwards is checked in for Dosunmu. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Highland. Outside McDaniels. Back to DiVincenzo. Pass to Edwards. Jacks up a three. The triple hits for Edwards. Well, Clark, by my count, in your career, you made all of 23 triples and hit a respectful 34%.
23 over a, close to 5-year career, maybe the equivalent of 3¼ years on the court. Yeah, the three ball was not being shot a lot. I will tell you, I was looking to add it to my repertoire, though, and that's the case for all of these guys playing now. Everybody is shooting threes.
Pass to De Silva. Orlando moving the ball around. Champ knocks down the long J. Champ's got 12.
All game long, he's been getting to his spots, and the defense has yet to adjust.
DiVincenzo on the wing. Outside Edwards. Randall left side. Picked by Gobert for three. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Here's Champ. He's got 12. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Outside, DiVincenzo. Pass to Gobert. And here's Edwards. Puts up a three. Knocks down the triple. Edwards got 8 here in this quarter.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Champ can't hit.
He's had a hard time finding his shot this quarter.
Outside Edwards. Tries the 9-footer. Champ with a rebound. Champ's got his 4th rebound in this one. Bane fires from way outside. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Orlando ahead. They lead by 2. And Allie LaForce has something for us on the sidelines. Hey. All right, Allie, thanks for that. We will see everyone right back after this break, ready for the second half.
Thanks for tuning in. Did you miss?
Taking a look here now at the Magic. You really get to see what they're made of after your hard work in the offseason.
Yeah, you have big changes. And then you...
And talking about our game involving the Magic, not a lot of separation here at the half.
Playing well on the road can be very...
And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Orlando leading. On the court for Orlando, Wagner and Carter Jr. make up the front court. Then it's Desmond Bane, and it's Champ in at the 3. And no good, trying to use the glass. Minnesota has gone 4 of 8 from 3, a nice percentage. Many players have size. So what makes Rudy Gobert such a good interior defender, Clark?
Well, size is part of it, clearly, B.A., but timing is the big thing. And then awareness, recognition of what the situations are and being able to adjust your body position accordingly. And then anticipation. I mean, timing and anticipation, awareness, those are the things that make really good defenders.
Shot clock at 6. Orlando needs to get off a shot here. The 3 from Bane. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
Tried to come right back at him with the 3. Not that time.
Oh! Edwards with the highlight reel jam.
Show us what you got, young fella. Anthony Edwards. Love to see you operate like that.
Thanks to AT&T for that fantastic look from their connected cam. Wagner outside. Pass to Champ. They set a pick. The 3. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Gobert's got 5 rebounds in the game.
They've been unable to hit anything this half. 3 attempts and 3 misses.
Picked by Gobert. Edwards for 3. Shot's no good. Made 4, he's missed 4 now. Magic trail by 3. To the inside. Wagner inside. Working on McDaniels. Carter, good.
Well, they get 1 to drop. A little relief after 4 straight misses to start the half.
For Minnesota, they've got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. It's Edwards on the wing. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Great D that time from Bane. Here's Wagner. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
Pass to Edwards. Now here's Randall. No good on the 3. Here's Champ. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Wagner for 3. Fires in the triple. Wagner's got 6.
Wagner always a threat from downtown, and I love the efficiency and solid mechanics of his shooting stroke.
Pass to Randall. Outside McDaniels. And there it is for him. And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Minnesota with some changes. Reed's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Dosunmu comes in for Randall. And it's Highland in for DiVincenzo. Carter, he's checked in for Orlando. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Pass to Champ. The 3. McDaniels with the rebound. McDaniels got 4 rebounds now.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Pass to Wagner. 56 seconds left in the third. Here's Champ. Reed with the rebound.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills.
Now Highland. There's the triple. And out of bounds. The Magic will take it.
Unforced turnovers. They'll drive your coach insane.
Anderson's checked in for the Timberwolves. Clark comes in for Anthony Edwards. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Wagner against Clark. Shoots from 12. And it's Wagner missing.
He just can't find a consistent way to score, and this team could certainly use it.
Here's Anderson. Banked it in off the glass. And now it's a 5-point Timberwolves lead.
This is exactly where Anderson prefers to get his looks. Foul line down.
Here's Banchero. Count it, and the foul. That one on Anderson.
Boy, he is fundamentally sound. Tough cover.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw.
He could not find the mark from the free throw line in their last game.
Yeah, it wasn't his best performance at all from the stripe. He's got to put it behind him, and I know he'd like to immediately.
It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. The T-Wolves on top, up by 3. After a quick break, and let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Randall at power forward with Reed at center. Bones Highland out there with Dosunmu. And it's Clark in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
And they're shooting with much more confidence here in the second half. The field goal percentage is now over 50%.
I tell you what, any team will take that. I mean, if you're shooting over 50%, it means you're getting the kind of looks you want on offense, and you're being smart about it, and you're knocking down the good shots that you get.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Magic trail by 4. Pass to Kane. 1 minute in now in the fourth quarter. Back to Banchero. Here's Wagner. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Highland looking for an opening. Outside for Randall. And it's off from three-point range. And so it's Banchero who brings it up for the Magic. Pass to Kane. Down low. And Wagner gets it to go. Wagner's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And Chris Finch has called timeout, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. And Minnesota will go for a different look here. Gobert's checked in for Reed. Jaden McDaniels comes in for Clark. Anthony Edwards is checked in for DeSumo. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Highland. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. He tried to loosen the tension a little, asking his guys, are we having fun? I know I am. Just relax out there and follow the game plan. We've got this.
And Allie, thank you for that. Good for 2.
They want the ball in his hands when the situation calls for it.
Wagner outside. It's good from beyond the arc.
His first 3 of the half. That gives him 9 total points from beyond the arc so far.
Now DiVincenzo. Gobert with a screen on Wagner. Oh, the long ball, no good. And so it's Bane who brings up the ball for the Magic. Wagner outside. Here's Champ. Just 5 on the clock. To take the lead. Can't get the go-ahead bucket. Minnesota in the lead. Right side McDaniels. And it's out of bounds to Minnesota. And now it's time to take another view of that huge swat.
What a powerful rejection. He's not wanting them to get an advantage in this competitive game.
.149 left in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 5. Shoots a 3. Oh, it doesn't go. For Orlando, they've gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. Picked by Carter. Bane. Yes, sir! The finish with the jam.
Great job by Carter Jr. to turn up his intensity and knock down the big shot. No fear there.
Edwards. Getting it done inside. Edwards.
Seems like Edwards never stops competing and believing right until the final buzzer.
Bane fires. Misses the 3.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Connects.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game.
Yes.
Bane against Edwards. Wagner knocks down the trifecta.
Love the way Wagner has really embraced more of a leadership role over time, including taking and making big shots.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. Here's Randall. Outside Edwards. Jacks up a three. Buries it from outside.
You know, I think this guy just loves the game of basketball. The preparation, the interaction with his teammates. He has fun out there on the floor.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. Let's hear from our analyst. Give us your take on the strategy being discussed right now.
With the time left, I think they've got to be looking for a quick shot here.
The 11-footer. Randall rips down the board. They'll probably slow things down now.
Burn the clock while you have the lead. I like that.
Cash from downtown.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
And the Magic call time here. 23 seconds left in the final quarter. Turning here to our analyst. What elements become the primary keys at this point?
The game's not quite done yet, but they need points right away.
Yeah, but they've got to score and then foul immediately.
Here's Wagner. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Bane. Count it.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
And so they foul intentionally.
Second team foul. At the line for your Timberwolves, DiVincenzo.
He hits the first one, and that puts him up 5. And so both free throws good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
He doesn't waste a chance to pad their lead. It's been some solid free throw shooting.
Fires away from outside. Randall rips down the board. And now we've got an intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point ball game. So it's Minnesota picking up the win. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
Yes, so true. They put on a show here at home, and I really think they had that extra swagger and confidence, too.
Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Julius, it wasn't always smooth sailing tonight, but you guys got it done. How did you feel about the level of play coming down the stretch?
Allie, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. We'll see you later.